I mean, we can drone on about it, but what are you gonna what? Let's talk about the High Republic.
Keep talking.
The High Republic was announced. The High Republic is the new story era of Star Wars that has been introduced, and the first thing they showed was a room full of writers and people and all these Star Wars folks sitting in the same room going, and then this, and then that, and then that, and you're like, okay, that's a better way to write a story than to just break it up and go, you do this, and you're locked in a room and you don't know what's going on. You don't talk to anybody.
And then you go to the next guy, and you go, we don't know what that guy wrote yet, but figure it out when he does.
Make it work. So puzzle the pieces in Jigsaw later, and it's like, oh no. But hey, so the High Republic, what is it? It is an era that takes place, what did they say, 200 years before the Old Republic stuff?
There's a word for this. Do you know what the word is? Andromeda.
Yeah, okay.
We fucked it up.
Okay, let's go.
There's nowhere to go.
Let's go back even earlier.
We'll go forward or backward or sideways.
Yeah. So when Ben drops that line saying, hey, 1,000 years of the Jedi, guess what? You have a lot of ground to cover.
Actually,
if you wanted.
He says 1,000 generations.
Yeah, you're right.
But then in the prequel trilogy, they say 1,000 years.
Yeah, okay.
A generation is 40 years, by the way.
Yeah, so that's way...
That's a big difference, isn't it?
Humongous difference. My brain always said 1,000 years.
Yeah.
But it's not a millennia.
It's 1,000 generations.
It's 1,000 generations of the Jedi. Well, that is still infinite places to go. And if you pick a spot in time and go, brah, this one, here they're talking about it as a frontier.
It's so stupid because Star Wars is such a gigantic setting. It's a whole galaxy. And we've seen, like, what? 18 planets?
It's not even that. It's not even that, right? It's like, when do we get the wild departure from even the concept of a lightsaber, right? But when you go too far away from that and it's not even fucking Star Wars anymore, then, like, how are you going to sell that? Right? Because there still needs to be some semblance of the thing that people signed up for them to like.
If you don't have a laser sword, I ain't getting on board.
It would be hyper interesting to go psychotically different, right? With still keeping the ideas of planets and the Force. But you'd never bank on that.
You should really continue this conversation after you finish KOTOR 2.
Okay. I'll do that.
Because that goes the weirdest places of any Star Wars thing I'm familiar with.
Yeah, yeah. But, like, the ideas of, like, all the lost civilizations and technology that look nothing like anything we've seen before.
Nah, it's all blasters, dude.
In the realm of 40,000 years?
At least.
Like, 1,000 years gives you a lot of time to play with.
It does.
If you take it to 40K...
You go from Warhammer to Warhammer 40K.
Yeah. Literally, right? So I've already seen some pictures of, like, the original Sith hanging out looking like space Romans.
Also, the original Sith are, like, weird lizard people.
They're these red people that there's some shit went wrong and stuff, right? And, you know, and I'm seeing all these things of, like, yo, check out the Darth Maul race before they fucking turned into that. They used to look like this, and then there was a split. You're like, okay.
Can we get a jellyfish with a lightsaber? Can we do that? Can we get a Hanar?
But it's just like, fucking, just go. Keep going. Keep going back.
Do anything.
Keep going so far back that you don't even recognize what you're looking at anymore. You know?
That being said, I couldn't have less faith in this.
We'll see.
I guess we will.
I think the idea of the new frontier sounds interesting. It depends on what they do with it. Depends on how it's handled and
what's
whatnot.
It like being a Jedi on the frontier?
Yeah. It's a bunch of books.
Look, this guy has tits on his head.
It's a bunch of books. He does have tits on his head. Also, one of those books has, like, I think the book was like The Light of the Jedi. And you're like, you look at the book and you're like, this smells like farts.
It does.
It smells like pure, righteous, absolute, like, high, holier than thou farts. And
the Jedi are peace. The Jedi are the way.
But you know, I hope it explores things and goes places. The Nile, I believe they're called, the villains of the frontier. You can't take it all with you, but we can take it from you. All right, sure. Anyway, High Republic. That's where
I'll
we're
take
going.
a Space Marine over a Jedi any day of the week. Space Marine would fuck a Jedi the fuck up.
What does the Force look like when introduced to like cultures that don't even know what the fuck a light side or a dark side is?
It looks like moving rocks.
You know? What do you do with that? How do you play that out? Explore it. Go places.
No.
The world has magic in it.
Woolie, fuck off. Do you know how fucking, like, groundbreaking they thought putting a fucking 25-year-old video game force power into the movie was? That was fucking breaking new ground. Holy shit, force healing. Wow.
Space magic without space religion. What does it look like?
Looks like a bunch of D&D spells. Can we get Tensor's floating disc as a force power, please?
So, yeah. Hate bombs are a thing.
Yeah.
The High Republic.